Hey guys, buddy guy Landman. I made it down to Kenai today and I followed my route on Road Warrior and I hit some people that I'd missed last time and got 3 leases just on the way in to the hotel. It's 7 o'clock here in Alaska. I'm in Anchor Point and I'm back at that place if you've seen some of my previous videos, and there's a little bit more to it than just doing business where they know you and stuff, because I'm going to get into some little things here, but the main thing I want to address is that way I pack my bag. There's a lot of videos out there on the internet because I was always having trouble with wrinkles, and stuff. So I kind of figured out my own system to get it in there. But again, we're here at the Anchor River Inn. Right behind me, there's a workout center, and over here you got the drug store. I mean the liquor store and the doctor's office and the grocery store. And then over here across the street, you've got, they call them fisherman cabins because they usually get full during the season when they're fishing out here in Alaska. It's a big deal. And then again, there's the restaurant, and they also the locals get together in there, for card games and stuff. And it's kind of a meeting place down here. I'm in between the highway patrol and a school and right smack dab in the middle of my leasehold, so I can get anywhere quick. Even if I have to go back to Kenai to get a lease, I'm going to get it. But I come in and I've talked to you guys about the pins and stuff, and coming in here, this is a hotel room that you get. Yeah, when you come in, and people, I got all these pins from the Anchor River Inn. They're going to be left behind at people's homes when I sign up, and I've got my laptop there and my iPad, and I've got my fire and emergency book with some of my own pins, and just the electronics that you need. It's my camera and my backpack. But the thing is, I wanted to show you about the way that I pack my bag. It works out pretty good. I'm coming over here, and you dust your bag with cologne, like I said in my previous video, and then you get, you got some small space, and you got all your essentials, your toothbrush and everything else is clean and as good as you can smell. But my shirts made it out here with no wrinkles. That's from a single fold. You fold the arms in and you get nice, you keep your shirts nice and pressed, because that's all you need is a pressed shirt. And like I'd showed you guys before, I've got you're going to spend a lot of time in a vehicle, so it's important that you have these driving underwear, and have your sweats, which those are wrapped up in. They're actually open, so I can take them all at once. And your undershirts, you never know what the weather's going to be like. So I may not be able to wear this jacket every day if it gets warm enough. So I've got these canvas shirts, but you need to have an undershirt under them, because they'll scratch your chest up in the sensitive parts. Trust me, if you get these thick shirts. But it's better than wearing a jacket. And when you're in the hotel, you want to keep all of your stuff together out of the cleaning area where they're gonna come in and change. But there you go. I got my bag hanging, and it's dusted with cologne. I dusted it with cologne after I unpacked it, so it smells nice in there, because there's a mesh bag in there for your dirty laundry and stuff. So get a bag that's appropriate when you're going out into these counties. And it doesn't matter if you're in Alaska or if you're in Oklahoma or if you're in Texas. It don't matter. You need to get out, get into the field, and get close to these people. You gotta get to know them. And That way you build rapport every time you come out. I stopped earlier and I signed up this 25-acre lease, but this guy was not cooperating to begin with, because somebody had to get out there and explain this lease to him. Boots on the ground are important. I don't care where you're leasing. You need some leases? You need to get out there on the ground, shake hands, and introduce yourself to people, and talk about some of the positive stuff about your company and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna give you guys a view of this room. I stopped in when I hit town, and I stopped by the smoke shop, and I picked up some tobacco. Shook his hand. I'd leased him. I went by the junk store and I bought myself a single bladed razor. Nobody uses those anymore, but the guy's got them, and they're kind of cool. I don't ever see them down in Oklahoma. And I also went and checked into my Anchor River Inn hotel, and I got me a handful of pens to hand out. They write pretty good, and I got my book, my laptop, and everything. I'm ready to go. And I've already signed 3 leases. Just today, I stepped off the plane. Don't get in a rush to go check into your hotel, because it's going to be there waiting for you. Make sure you got a reservation, and you don't have to get there. You can show up at midnight if you want. It doesn't matter. The leases are the most important thing that you're out here for. My company puts me on their own plane and flies me out here, because it would take an incredible amount of gas and energy to drive around the entire inlet down onto the peninsula. But the same thing if you're staying in Oklahoma and you're working in South Texas or something. There's no sense in going home every single weekend. You can get, especially if you're on a 6-day ticket. Most people, my rule is I don't call out on Sundays. You need to respect that day. That's a day that's a day that's for me. I don't want to talk to anybody. And that's a day that's for everybody else too. Now, if they call you on a Sunday, pick up your phone. Picking up your phone is the difference in you not getting the deal or you getting the deal. If you're not answering your phone, you're not getting the deal. It's not going to happen. Anyway, there's a lot to choose from at the rental car places too. Don't get anything fancy. This is a little Kia. This car can't be more than $12,000 or $15,000. I don't know. It's got everything I need though in it. It's got the USB ports, and it's got extra 12 volts chargers I can plug it into. They used to be cigarette lighters, but there's no cigarette lighters in cars anymore, and there's no smoking in rentals anyway. They'll cost you $250. Matter of fact, there's no smoking in the rooms either. So respect all that, and always leave a good taste in people's mouth when you leave, and build your reputation, and get to know the town. When you swing into town, what I did today is, even though I didn't get every single door I stopped at, they weren't home, but the ones I did stop at and I spoke to in person, I'm towards the end of this leasehold, and they were resistant because they didn't understand the lease. They never got past the $10 and other valuable consideration. I can't stress it enough. Get in there and explain the lease to them. They're getting more than $10. They're getting whatever the lease bonus is. It's paid out to the 640-acre pool that you're working on. So, explain it to them. Just do your job. You do your job, and everything's going to work out. You're going to be on the job longer, and you just keep turning them in. And I'm going to shut up now. It says I'm going to be out knocking some doors tomorrow, and hopefully there's going to be some opportunities to see some of this wildlife right now. What I'm in right now in Alaska, they call the starving season. It's when the bears are waking up and they're starving, and the porcupines are waking up and they're starving. Everything that huddled up and had babies and waited out this winter, they are out looking for food right now. So you got to be a little bit careful with the brown bears. But the black bears, the brown bears won't chase you up a tree, but those the black bears will get up there and get you. But anyway, I'm here, and I'll check back in with you guys as I go through, and I'm gonna try and get somebody, one of the people I talked to today or tomorrow to come on video with me, and then you can kind of see what goes on. But your main goal is to get to the dinner table. I've signed some leases on the back of cars. I've signed some leases on desks. I've signed some leases in the office. But out of all the leases that I've taken, I've signed 90% of those at dinner tables. So anybody thinking that they're all that on the phone, there's always going to be some kind of issue that needs to be taken care of in person. So I'm here, boots on the ground, and this matters. This is why this leasehold is so successful right now. So that's all I got for today. I look forward to speaking to you guys again. If you like my video, give me a poke, give me a like, get mad at me, do something down there. But just let me know I'm not talking to myself. So I appreciate you people that have sent me the emails and stuff, and I'll address those on video, or I'll get back to you personally. That's what that LinkedIn is all about. So talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.